My name is Brandon and welcome to or welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you like what you see in here, you're more than welcome to hit the subscribe button so you stay notified every time I upload a new video. Okay, let's get straight on with today's video. Hey everyone and welcome back to Is That More Brandon. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a review of the 30th episode of the 9th series of Love Island. As you may already tell as well, I have had a haircut, so I'm looking a little bit more sharp than I was at the last 4 weeks. So yeah, the final 2 weeks got a new trim, and we also have the beginning of Casa Amor to go through. So on Tuesday's episode, we saw that Shaq and Layla were having a quick chat, and she said that she loves a guy with jewellery. Bearing in mind, I think I called Layla Tanya in the previous episode, but it is Layla, it's not a second Tanya. She basically said to Shaq that she doesn't really have a physical type, but she needs someone that's going to gun for her, so someone that's going to kind of put all of their energy for her. She also said that she's never been in this environment before, so she's not sure how she's obviously going to be acting. Ryan and Sammy obviously had a quick chat as well, and she basically said that their first chat was good, and he said that he's just got to basically play his cards right. And Linda, Tom and Casey had a quick chat, and obviously she asked Casey how his situationship with Claudia was going, and he said it's only been a few days, so he's kind of not closed to getting to know new people. And then we found out that the first game of Villa v Casa was the raunchy racing game where they had to kiss certain people and do certain things. At the beginning of the challenge, Olivia said, "We're gonna win." And Lana said that she feels like there's not one person in Casa Amor that thinks they're gonna lose. So firstly, they had to just all get in a sex position with somebody of the opposite gender. And the Villa obviously won that one. The smallest boy had to then kiss someone of their type. So Kane kissed Lara and Casey went for Sanam. And then again, same question for the shortest girl. They had to kiss the guy that they fancied the most, with Tanya kissing Martin and Layla kissing Kai. The guy with the most tattoos had to kiss a girl of their choice. So Shaq and Lydia shared a kiss and Bailey and Claudia shared a kiss. Shaq says that it is what it is, it's obviously a game, and obviously if Tanya was to get angry about it, then she basically just needs to get over herself. But also, this is kind of roles reversed for what Tanya did. So again, it's that thing of Tanya's not allowed to kiss people in challenges, but Shaq is. So I don't know if the two of them will actually stick together, or whether this will be a Casa situation where that will split them up. Two random islanders, one from each villa, had a text to have a three-way kiss with two people that they fancied the most. So Cynthia had a kiss with Tom and Casey in the main villa, and Frankie had a kiss with Lana and Olivia at the Casa Amor villa. And then the blondes had to kiss someone that they fancied the most. And the final one was for each of two different guys to crawl up to who they thought was the most animalistic in bed. So Will crawled up to Lydia and Kane crawled up to Lana, with Kane saying, "Oh, you might have to find out. We might have to find out." And then Will basically said, "I was a busy boy in that challenge." So overall, the winners were the villa. So like I said, a few awkward kisses in that one, a few kind of not sure who's going to go with who and who's going to couple up with who. Casey said it is obviously time to get down and dirty. Shaq asked Will if he was on job, and he basically said yeah. And Casey said that he knows that Will likes Jessie, but he does have to explore, he can't just completely cut himself off. And Claudia said to the girls in Casa Amor that it was definitely a good icebreaker to obviously get to know the new guys. Sanam said that she had her eyes on both Casey and Kai. The new girl, Sammy, saying that Casey was good with his tongue. Kai questioned whether Olivia was actually genuinely interested in him. And Olivia basically said to the girls that in the nicest way possible, they need to just forget about the boys in the main villa and just focus on the guys that they've got in Casa. With Cynthia doing a cheers to Casa Amor, Will and Layla then had a quick chat, and Layla basically said that Jessie came in with a mission and that she'd achieved the mission of just obviously getting to know and be in some sort of situationship with Will. And she said that he felt like he has been an easy option, but he is also the best option. And Will then went on to say that she makes him feel a little bit nervous, and they both discussed their kinks, with him saying that he's a very kinky boy. Casey and Sanam also had a quick chat, and she said that she wasn't expecting him to kiss her, and he said that she gave off a really, really good vibe. And again, back at Casa Amor, Bailey was talking to Claudia, saying that he's very affectionate, and that he did want a cuddle on the previous night, with Claudia replying saying that she's definitely a giggly person and he does make her nervous. Maxwell and Olivia also had a quick chat where he basically said that he was a bit upset that he couldn't kiss her the previous night, and they agreed that they kind of like the same sort of things. Olivia actually said to him that she's questioning some of the things about her and Kai, thinking about whether they are actually compatible. I think Maxwell said that he doesn't like wasting time, and if there's something there, he wants to try and pursue it. This is when the two of them went off to the kitchen privately, and he basically said to her, are there any barriers that are stopping you from wanting to do certain things or getting to know new people? And then actually went on to say, are you here like for yourself, or are you kind of trying to think about Kai as well? And she said no, she's definitely here for herself. They had a little snog, and Olivia then said she felt like she'd christened the kitchen. Kai then had a quick chat with Sanam and said that he's not really been in any proper romantic relationships before obviously getting to know Olivia, and actually said that Sanam had really good eye contact. She said that Kai has been open and feels like that he hasn't found his one, because obviously he's kind of given all this attention and love to Olivia, and she's not really given that to him. And Kai also said that he loves the idea of love, but he's not going to settle for anything less. Martin and Tanya obviously had a quick chat as well, and she said to him that he's not too much, adding that Shaq got angry at her for certain things and challenges, such as being like the best kisser or flirting with people or whatever. And Martin said he's thinking about the future, with Tanya saying that there was definitely something in the air. Ryan and Lana had a quick chat, and he said he sometimes goes for blondes, sometimes goes for brunettes, doesn't really have a type. And Lana said she'll go for more personality, but she does hold back a little bit just to avoid being hurt. So she will still give energy and attention, but she will also keep something for herself. Frankie and Jesse also had a quick chat. So this is where he said she was being closed off to Will, and that she felt like potentially she might need to explore. And she said that obviously she knows that she's a nice person, but she is sometimes able to get jealous. That's just because of her insecurity and always thinking of the worst situation to happen. With Ryan and Sammy, he said that he had a good chat with Lana, but he's fully invested into her, with Sammy basically saying that I could be in trouble. And Olivia told the girls about the kiss with Maxwell and the fact that his obviously green eyes made her sway that way. And Tanya said that it started an almost domino effect, and obviously one by one they're gradually gonna have their own head turned. And Tanya said that she could also kiss Martin, but she's so scared. She thinks that he's not arrogant, he's just the right amount of niceness. And obviously just trying to work out when is the right time, or if there's a right time. Tom and Lydia also had a quick chat, and he said that he's not here to be shut off, he's obviously looking for a wife. With Lydia saying that Tom makes her feel a little bit nervous, and then actually asked whether she could sleep in his bed with him, going, yeah, right. So that was an easy sway of the head there. And then with Casey and Sanam, she said that she obviously got butterflies. She thought she would give butterflies to someone else, with Casey saying that she's definitely at the top of his list so far, and then obviously they shared a quick kiss on one of the day beds. With Martin and Tanya, Martin said that he wanted to speak to the other girls and have some form of at least friendship with them, and Tanya said, oh, a friendship? And he goes, no, not with us. And then again, they both agreed that there's something in the air, but she did say that her head was spinning a little bit. And then with Casey and Cynthia, I think they basically just agreed that the new girls were sitting on very well. Cynthia said that she was very nervous with the first chat with him, and he said that he was actually surprised by Cynthia, which is obviously a good thing. He said he spoke to some of the girls that he's obviously wanted to speak to. He's not going to want to get to know everyone. And Cynthia said that obviously she understands that the boys want to be respectful when it comes to nighttime, but also she kind of, invitation accepted herself when there wasn't even an offer to start with for her to go into his bed. With Will and Layla, she basically said that Will seemed a lot more chatty than she thought he would be, and she said initially she thought he would be a little bit vanilla. They had a quick kiss, and she basically said that she just loves to have a cuddle, so hopefully they're going to be able to have a cuddle in the evening. Casey and Will had a quick chat, and basically Will said to him, how are you feeling? He said, I'm feeling fine, and then obviously just started to get the giggles. And Will said that obviously Layla was a really good kisser, and he accidentally said yes to obviously sharing a bed with her. Ron, Sammy and Tom had a quick chat. So I think it was initially Tom and Sammy, and then obviously Ron came over, and she basically said it felt like a Sammy sandwich, and they were joking about doing like 3 people in the bed and that sort of thing. And Ron basically said that she is trouble. Tom obviously then went off to the toilet, and Sammy questioned to Ron whether there is passion with him and Lana, with him saying yes. They had a nice chat, and Ron said it's nice to get to know Sammy, or nice to really speak to her, but he can't forget about what he already has with Lana, and also he's been in enough trouble already that if he makes one wrong move with someone else, Casa or not Casa, Lana's basically going to be done with him. And Claudia said to the girls that she feels like she's still swaying more towards Casey, with Will saying to the boys that he feels like he's opened up, branched out, and it's just not for him. And at the end of the episode, we saw Shaq and Ron sleeping outside, with I think Shaq saying, I hope the 2 girls know what we're doing for them. I hope they know that we're sleeping out on the day beds for them. So that was kind of where episode 30 ended. I think at the moment there's a few potential new couples that we could have. Obviously, we've got potentially Maxwell and Olivia, Casa and Moore. Lana's not really interested in any of them. She had a quick chat with Ryan, but that didn't really go anywhere. Again, Ryan has also had a quick chat with Sammy. She's still not sure whether she wants to stick with Tom or not, and she's also worried that Tom might recouple. Then you've obviously got the whole Tanya situation where she kind of is swaying a lot more towards Martin than Shaq. But again, she can't forget about what she's already got. And then at main villa, Shaq, Ron, neither of them seem to have their heads turned. And you've kind of got Kai going for Sanam. You've got Casey going for either Sanam or Cynthia. And then you've got Tom kind of just talking to Lydia. He was talking to Sammy a little bit. So yeah, there's potential for heads to definitely sway there. So that is it for episode 30. If you did enjoy, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And until my next review, thank you for watching and goodbye.